Exposed a potential threat to your safety. The city's 911 center in crisis. Chief Investigator Brendan Keefe is on your side tonight with the staffing shortage that's affecting police officers too. Brendan?
Todd, Cincinnati police dispatchers used to work for the police department. Now they're part of the city's new emergency communications center, consolidated and civilianized. With dozens of unfilled positions, the city is pulling police dispatchers off the radios to answer 911 calls. When this police officer needs help, he may have to wait because his regular dispatcher may be answering 911 calls.
Cincinnati 911, what's the address of your emergency?
The reason? The Emergency Communications Center is down 27 operators and dispatchers. The attrition rate has increased every year since the city took police and fire dispatch away from the police and fire departments. And last year, 22% of 911 calls took longer than 10 seconds to answer.
Do you see them?
Since then, we've actually gotten up to 83% by reallocating some more resources to the time frames where we have the greatest call volumes.
Mr. Estes is passionate about the 911 calls being answered within a certain amount of seconds. If we have to combine police channels, like District 2 and 4 would be on one dispatcher's shoulders, so we could put a dispatcher on the phones to get that call answered faster.
Sometimes they're pulled off of police frequencies. They're pulled off of a district, and two districts are combined on one frequency with one dispatcher, so 911 calls can be answered. Is that true?
That is true. The reality is that we have to make sure that we get those 911 calls answered. I mean, that's our primary mission, get the calls answered and get the resources out there.
And that means sometimes fire dispatchers are now also dispatching police officers.
They only had 4 to 12 hours on the phones with a trained police call taker, and they unfortunately have put in the wrong incident types, which the difference between a robbery and a gun is a big difference.
I would like to see the emergency communications staff trained fully. No more excuses. I want us to serve the city of Cincinnati to the best of our ability.
And the city of Cincinnati took to Twitter in response to our investigation about medical training, tweeting that back in 2010, only 15% of call takers were medically trained, while now most of them are certified. They say 90%. Our sources say different. But before consolidation, our sources say there was always a paramedic-trained fire dispatcher, 2 of them per shift, available to take over medical calls, and now they're busy answering other 911 calls. Carol?
Thanks, Brendan. Amid the tornado